DeMarcus Williams, in my opinion, best quarterback in the league. Deep bomb, right on the money to Kyle Williams. Drops back, watch him right here, manipulate the linebacker, throw a nice ass throw. Right here, Kyle Smith, the great running back, on a slip screen. Shook him out his shoes. Look at that right there. The speed. Watch this again. That was nasty right there. Right here, Chris Bird. Look at that route. Best tight end in the game. Look at this. And something special. Keenan Days, the best running quarterback in the league. Look at that. That explosiveness. You see how big he is? That's a scary sight to tackle in the open field. Watch this again. Fake the read option. Hit him with the... Look at that spin move, man. Even though he had the block. And look at the Jets right there. That's 4.3, 4.4 speed. Can't catch him. One more time. Come on, man. Keenan Days, Baltimore Ravens. Big time quarterback right there. Look at him again. Right down the middle. Rayvon Lewis. Great play design, too. Watch this right here. Bryce Vetri. Don't get no pressure. Right there on the halfback angle. They just let him run right through. Look at this one right here. Snuck him out on the wheel. Look. Y'all gonna see the whole play. You gonna see why it worked. Look at this. Fake the play action. Have him roll to the right. Move the safety. And snuck him on the wheel. Easy money right here. Look at this throw, man. You're not supposed to complete a throw like that versus 2 man. Look at this. This is 2 man. You are not supposed to throw this or complete it, to be honest. Great effort right here. Christian Towns. Probably the best defensive end in the league. Put the right tackle on his back. Watch this. Look at that speed, bruh. That dude, Christian Towns is a special athlete. Jeremiah Hawkins. Right here. Watch this. Look at this. Look at that coverage. This dude is a corner playing linebacker. But you see how big he is? You saw how fluid he is in coverage? Look at this. Changing the hips like that. Look at them oily hips. This dude's something special right here. One more time. Come on, man. Look at that. This is a special linebacker. Kendrick Whitewater, another great quarterback. Nice throw with anticipation right here. Right on the money. Kendrick Whitewater. All right, so here we're going to recap some of the games that went down this week. Actually, all of the games that went down this week in the NFL. We had some nice matchups, some great games, and some blowouts. So let's recap it. First game we're going to talk about Miami and the Raiders, man. The Raiders pretty much had full control of this game. DeMarcus Williams, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the NFL, had a field day against these dudes. Just a lot of talent in general on the offensive side of the ball for Las Vegas. Next game, we got New Orleans and Dallas, man. New Orleans, man. This was a nip and tuck ball game, back and forth all the way. But New Orleans pulled it out at the end. Next game, Baltimore, Carolina, man. Keenan Days, quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, man. Such a dominant performance in this game. Pretty much ran all over Carolina. Carolina couldn't contain him at all. Was on cruise control for the rest of the game, and you see the scores reflective of that, 28-10. Next week, Houston, the undefeated Houston Texans, put that work in on Buffalo. Tremont Shady, quarterback for Houston, he was a little bit shaky in this game. Made some big time throws, but did make a lot of mistakes. At the end of the day, they put the ball in Jake Charles' hands, and Jake Charles made plays, ran all over these dudes. Next game, San Francisco, Philadelphia. San Francisco came out with the win, And pretty much the only reason that they won this game is Chris Bird, the phenomenal tight end for the 49ers. In my opinion, best tight end in the league. Great route runner, extremely explosive, unbelievable after catch, big, strong, can block. He can do it all. Anyways, this was a defensive showdown. The defense for San Francisco played very well, same as the defense for Philadelphia, but at the end of the day, they needed some big-time plays, and Chris Bird came down with it. Chicago and Green Bay. Green Bay was pretty much in control of this game from start to finish. Chicago didn't really have much of a chance. That's pretty much what happened. Chicago, only have one win so far this year. They're struggling. Green Bay, played pretty well so far this year. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh. This was a great game. Upset, actually. Pittsburgh, everybody thought these guys were going to win. Pittsburgh played very well throughout the entire game, was leading throughout the entire game. And on the last drive of the game, Tampa Bay came alive and won 23-21. New England and Kansas City. This is a shocker, man. Kansas City, before this game, was undefeated. Kansas City played a lot of good football so far this year. New England didn't play a lot of good football so far this year. But New England was in full control of this game. New England, man, these guys, they pretty much ran it right at them. Christian Towns, the outstanding defensive end for Kansas City, man. He had some good plays in the run game. Did cause a couple of pressures, but for the most part, New England neutralized them. So great job on the offensive line. And man, Kansas City, that offense, man, y'all gotta step it up, man. This game, Kendrick Whitewater and the Jacksonville Jaguars put that work in on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers pretty much had no chance in this game. They pretty much dominated these dudes from start to finish, 42-17. The score is reflective of that. Actually, the score might even be a little bit better than what it actually indicated, man, because the Chargers, they had a cheap touchdown at the end. Tennessee 16, Indianapolis 10. The Titans, man, they pulled out a gritty, ugly win. This is a defensive battle from start to finish. Very, very, very entertaining and physical game. Detroit and New York. This was pretty much one of the best games of the weekend. New York, they came and shocked these dudes. Detroit, they got up on them early. Detroit, they rallied. They came back. But at the end of the day, Jeremiah Hawkins, the outstanding linebacker for Detroit, made some big-time plays in the run and the pass game. Had some good pass rushes in this game. That one interception he had where he just locked up the receiver, man, this dude is something special. And New York, the Jets, they still had a chance to win this game at the end, but they couldn't get it done, man. Atlanta 38, Minnesota 10. The Falcons, they might be the best team in the league. They just whipped up on Minnesota last week. They won 35-zip to Tampa. Man, the Falcons, man, these dudes looking good. Washington and New York, the last game of the day. Very tight nip and tuck ball game. Washington kind of pulled away late in the game. Bryce Petrie, one of the best players in the NFL, probably the best running back in the NFL, had a spectacular performance, rushing and receiving. These were a lot of good games, a lot of competitive games, and some blowouts, but I enjoyed watching the NFL and covering this game this past weekend. What's up? It's your boy Reezy here to talk about the NFL division standings after Week 5. We're going to start and go by division by division in each conference. So let's start off with the NFC. NFC East, Washington, they 3-1 right now, and they lead the division. The Giants coming in second, 2-3. Philly 1-3, and Dallas is 1-4. The NFC North, Detroit right now, they on the roll, 4-0. Green Bay 3-1. Minnesota 2-3, and Chicago 1-4. The NFC West, the Rams, they 4-0. 49ers 4-1. Seattle 1-3. Arizona's 0-3. They're the only team right now to only play 3 games. That's because one of their games ended up getting canceled, and we'll be able to fix that later on in the season. NFC South. Right now, the Falcons might be the best team in the league. They 5-0. Tampa Bay 3-2. New Orleans 2-3. Carolina 1-3. Now for the AFC, let's start off with the AFC East. Miami 2-3. Buffalo 2-3. New England 2-3. The Jets are 1-3. This is the only division so far that doesn't have a team with a winning record. AFC North, Baltimore 4-1. Pittsburgh 2-2. Cleveland 1-3. Cincinnati winless 0-4. Now let's go to the AFC West. Kansas City 4-1. The Raiders 3-2. The Chargers 2-3. Denver 1-3. Now right here we gonna round it out with the AFC South. AFC South. I don't know why I'm stumbling on my words. Houston 5-0. Surprised with Draymond Shady so far. Didn't expect them to be this good this fast, but let's see how they hold up for the rest of the season. Jacksonville 2-2. Tennessee 2-2. Indianapolis Colts 2-3. So far the divisions, they up for grab, most of them. Some of them, they kind of look like they might be locked up early, but a lot of these divisions are up for grabs. So let's see how the season unfolds, and let's see who's going to make it into the playoffs. Right now, we going to break down some of these stat leaders in the NFL so far this year. And, right now, all these quarterbacks, they sorted by passing yards. Draymond Shady leading the league in passing so far as a rookie, which is outstanding. But his problem right here is 12 touchdowns, 12 picks. He's gonna have to stop giving away the ball so far. And mind you, this is through 5 weeks. Rodney Mosley second. He got 14 touchdowns, 7 picks. Al Francis, he's been balling out so far this year. 15 touchdowns, 1 pick. Randall Madison for the Bears, 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4 picks. Scott Robinson, 12 touchdowns, 10 picks. Sean Emery, one of the most electrifying talents in this league, for sure a top 5 quarterback in my eyes. 13 touchdowns, 4 picks. Shane Moss, 9 touchdowns, 9 picks. Corey Brown, 9 and 5. Eric Nelson, 12 and 12, just like Draymond Shady. Chris Stevens from the Cowboys, 12 and 5. Here's just some other quarterbacks. Kendrick Whitewater and DeMarcus Williams. DeMarcus Williams, I expect to see a lot more production coming up. They play against some bad teams. I think he's going to run it up on them. 9 touchdowns and 3 picks for him. Kendrick Whitewater, man, so far 11 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's crazy. And for the running backs, my bad, real quick. For the running backs, Bryce Petrie. Bryce Petrie right now, he's balling out, man. 826 yards rushing, 12.1 yards per carry, man. These is unreal numbers right here. Unreal numbers for a running back. If a guy has that many yards per carry, it's normally because he's a quarterback. Brian Hudson in second, Sean Emery third, Desi Henley fourth, Keenan Days fifth, Jake Charles sixth, Zach Bryant seventh. Man, these guys is balling out at the running back position. Receiving, leading the league in receiving, 1,000 yards so far in 5 games. Chris Bird, the outstanding tight end. Tyler Alexander, beast wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns. Xavier Clement at third. TJ Hunter fourth. Jonathan Goddard fifth. You see a lot of guys. Marlon Restu, this dude's a beast too. Chris Ferguson has a lot of yards. This is sorted by catches, man. I'm tripping. But yeah, you see some of the guys that's leading the league so far. These dudes is balling out. So far, Mark Robinson leads the league in sacks. Christian Towns is in second. Christian Towns, in my eyes, the best edge rusher in the league. Ryan Parrish, 7.5. Marcus Mitchell, 7.5 sacks. Craig Johnson, 6 sacks. James Alexander, 5.5. Sean Woods 5, Vernon Blankenship 5, Fitzpatrick 5, Derek Brown 4. You know, these guys is making plays so far. LaRue Davis, he leads the NFL in picks so far. It's a lot of guys that got 3. There's a few guys that got 2, but you know, I expect these numbers. This is gonna be completely different by the time season's end, unless LaRue Davis trying to go on his Trayvon Diggs, Delta O'Neal, Asante Samuel spree. If you want to be included as a character in the Reason Sports Network universe, then this is the video for you. In the Reason Sports Network, we make content for high school football, college football, and the NFL. You can be a character in our series and see yourself evolve from high school to college to the pros. If you want to be a part of this, then fill out the form that's in the description. When you fill out the form, make sure to choose only one level of football. Choose either high school, college, or the NFL. If you choose multiple levels of football, then I will select the smaller level. For instance, if you choose a high school and a college team, then you will start your career in high school. If you choose a college and an NFL team, then you'll start your career in college. If you start your career in the NFL, then you'll start off as an undrafted free agent. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for filling out the form and wanting to be part of the Reason Sports Network, and enjoy the content.